Hi everyone, I am Chad Schrump, and this is the Woodland Farm walkthrough. That is correct, folks. We have a new golf course. It is Woodland Farm, one of my absolute favorite arcade courses. Absolutely freaking love that course. And I picked my good friend Brian Muxlow, the great Jesus. He is in the Platinum division and is considered one of the top 5 to 10 players in the world. So I thought, all right, Jesus, let's play a little Woodland Farm. So here we are. First hole, pretty cut and dry. And bang. Good start for Schrump. It is a good start for Chad Schrump. This is a pretty easy hole, but they do get worse. So on the arcade version, you can overpower some of the holes by hitting it very firm. Ooh, good try. Jesus, no good. And he lost his 4 hooves. He's down to 2. 2 hooves. Some people say 4 hooves are better than 2, but Jesus is trying the 2 version. So anyway, this is a course that sometimes you can overpower some holes in arcade. You can't really do that in mobile. You can't push your finger harder and it makes the ball go further. You can use a Maniacs, and that certainly helps. And you are going to need it some holes, but this course will require you finding some shortcuts to make things a little easier. Might be pretty beneficial to buy some of the Platinum equipment, like that 9-wood you just saw get great shot points. The HLD driver, the high loft driver, the chipper. If you don't have those clubs in your bag, I mean, what are you doing? I mean, you're not playing with all the true weapons that you could be playing with. And if you're working your way up towards those and that's your plan to get those later, hey, by all means, take your time, but you will need a lot of those courses, holes on these courses, these clubs on these courses. Onwards. About an hour's worth of sleep last night. Let's see if we can get through this. Schrump with a 1-stroke lead. Oh, imagine that. Okay, this is a fun one. You can't get there, but you can get there in cabinet, and I'm sure you'll be able to get here some setups on the mobile version. So Jesus got much closer by using the Maniacs. There was a lesson learned there. Here's a sand wedge save. Does he make it? Oh, no. He doesn't. He hops it right over. Does Cheese make it? No, short. So between those 2 shots was a pretty good one. So, I mean, sometimes that sand trap will be the right play. Just try to... We both should have made those shots. I mean, we're both good enough. We should have made a couple sand saves there for birdie. This was always a fun one. Underneath the bridge, the covered bridge, Jesus was playing around and said if you hit over 95% through that bridge, it will hit the top face from the tee boxes he has been playing with. I don't know if that is true, but it was for him in those situations. I don't know if that's always going to be true. But we both hit less than 95% that time and both eagled with a low tee O-bird. So that 0 bird hybrid club, that's another one of those special purchases. It just makes shots easier. Can we still make all the shots? Yeah, you can make all the shots without them. It's just more difficult, and you're not always going to get as close. So this is a hole where I think you're going to want to try to be on the left side of the tee, or of the fairway rather. Because look at that. You see where it bounced right on that hill? And it shorted this shot pretty bad. That hill is extremely steep. So I tried to hit some kind of a little wacky O-bird, and that thing took off like the express train to I don't know, Polygog, South Korea, North Korea. Boy, I tell you what, old Chad needs a nap. But look at that chip. Saved it. So that's an eagle. And, oh, we'll see that again. All right. Don't you guys agree? Settle the debate in the comments. Don't you think that my avatar, look at that guy. Look at him. That is just so great. Oh, and those trees here are heavy. There is no getting through those trees. It just drops you like a rock. Let's see what Jesus tries to do. Oh, he's going to go after it. No, that's going straight down. Yeah, they go straight down. It is a rejection down. Oh, no, that is a bad bounce. That's a pretty bad bounce. Look at that carnage one more time. Hits the, basically the trunk of that tree ran 50 feet in the air. It got no thinner as it went high. And here is my shot. I tried to hit a little, I think that was a 9-iron. Tried to be cute and ran it way past. Typically, I'd probably hit a 3-iron sniper there, like Brian's getting ready to do. But that's about the same as I did. A little better. Little Ranger. I get to call my own Ranger. Yeah. So that's going to be one of those holes too where you've got to try to figure out where the spot is you can land and give yourself a chip at it. This is such a beautiful setup. We had this almost straight wind. Downhill 7. And looky here. Looky. What? What? Yeah, that's what I was saying the entire time I watched this shot. I hit this exactly like I wanted to hit it. And if I had just gone a 0.5% more, that would have gone in. But as it were, it doesn't. Does Jesus get it all the way there? He probably does. He probably does. Oh, he's left though. Oh, at least he hit it far enough to make it. So that's another pretty easy par 3. But again, we are playing expert setup. So I have not seen what it looks like on novice and pro and all the others. So there's 4 different versions, tee boxes everywhere. So that par 3 will change drastically like a lot of these holes do. And I'm mad, so I'm elevating. Elevating? That's not the right word. Somebody tell me what the right word is. Okay, fairway here. And this is not a great shot because there are shortcuts. There's shortcuts. I just have to find the shortcuts. I apologize, but when you've only played it once or twice, you just don't know all the shortcuts. I have not played this cabinet course, this arcade course, probably in 20 years. So Brian, I think, found maybe a shortcut. No, he did not. So that's going back down. And these trees are vicious. These trees are really vicious. So I'm going to try to bend this 6-wood around. And I know for a fact 6-woods don't really turn like they should. I don't know what it is. But let me tell you this. It's very consistent. Because in the arcade game, the 6-wood sucks too. In the mobile game, the 6-wood sucks too. So they both do. Can I make a save from here? Doesn't look like it. Nope. But man, the aesthetics of this course, I really love it. I really do. Look at that avatar. Just his shoulders. He's just getting his shoulder workout in all the time. Just keeping loose. Look at him. All right. 8. This is hole 9. It is going to be drivable sometimes. I did not think I could get it there. That is a mud pin, a pig pin, if you will, to the left of that green. So if you get stuck in that, it is like really deep in it. So I wasn't sure what to do, so I left it short. Brian must have tried the same thing, and he hit that 3-iron 900%. I used a chipper, and I missed it too. So not the greatest front 9 of all time, but give us a break. We haven't played it much. I told my friends at IT that, by the time this comes out, you guys have probably all played it 50 times each, and Brian and I, Jesus and I, are going to look like a couple fools. But, this is our second and third time, I think, respectively each. I played it 1 time before I tried this. Brian played 2 rounds. So here is the great Brian Muxlow off the tee here. Hole number 10. I decided to drop. I wanted to see what this green would do slope-wise if it would bring it back to the cup, and obviously it does with that right 7. It turns it into a downhill 7. I just hit it a bit too firm. Still got some great shot points. Oh, yeah, we'll get to see that again. Yeah, if I just land that a little shorter, it has a chance. What's Brian decide to do here? No, it looks like he's going to do something similar. And he has his too hard too. So we both had the same idea. A couple of birdie putts here on hole 10. The back 9 is a little more difficult than the front 9, in my opinion. Par 3 coming up here. And that is over water with a pretty sinister wind. But fortunately, it was just a straight wind. Just club up and knock it on the green. Ooh, this should be a lot better. That's a good shot. 10,000. 8,000. So 8,000 great shot points for Jesus. I think I'm winning this match right now by a few. Very pleasing course. Nice little waterfall in the background. Jesus with only 2 hooves now instead of 4. He said he just had too many hooves. Just too many. It gets to be cumbersome. All right. So, oh, I remember this. Now this I thought for sure was wet. This is going like a rocket ship. And that is some pretty thick rough. And it saved me. So he should have gotten a stroke back right there. But he did not. And he just hits it right into the tree. But he gets into the first cut. I don't know if he can get there from there. We'll see. Maniacs. This is way uphill, and that's not going to even come close either. But he'll have a chip at it, which is... Ooh. Was hovering the word I was thinking of earlier, maybe? Hovering? Not elevating. Man, oh man. All right, sand trap here. What's Brian? Ooh, a little chipper sniper. Oh, man, that's just great. That's great. That's why he is Jesus. That's why he is in platinum. And that's why he could beat anybody at any time, and they all know it. He's very good. But once in a while, blind squirrel. So we're still tied on the back. Woodland Farms. Buy it now. It is in the campaign store. $4.99, I think, gets you all 18 holes. I'm pretty sure I paid $4.99, maybe $5.99 at the most. $4.99, and you can play it. You can play novice settings, expert, like we just did. You can play pro, get those winds cranked up and the tee boxes pushed back a little bit. If you want to really aggravate yourself. Hole 14. Okay, here we go. Now I have seen the great Chubby Cox use a 9-wood Maniacs, and look at that thick rough. Thank you again. Use a 9-wood Maniacs with a kind of a helping wind, and he's gotten that to the green. So we tried to... Oh, that's a bad kick. Sorry, my friend, but you are wet. Look at the great Jesus. Had a good line at it until just that wind just absolutely killed it. Little 3-iron sniper here. I remember hitting that, thinking I will not be short here. Just get it on the green. Jeez. Nice chip, bub. All right, so we were both... I think I gained a stroke on him here. Yeah, because he went wet, right? So I'm up 1 on the back. But I think I start not doing well. I miss a putt here soon. Anyway. All right, so this one. This would have been a fun hole. You'll see when we hit the shots into the green. I wanted to use a javelin pretty badly. I'm not sure what Cheese did here, but I was afraid of it. I mean, that thing, you can see it from right here. That green really slopes downhill. It's a right 8, which really turns into just a downhill 8. And I really wanted to hit a javelin and let it try to feed towards the hole, but I was just scared. And then I hit a sniper, and I left myself a harder putt than I needed to. And I'm pretty sure I miss it. I miss a putt coming up. I know that. Cheese goes long. He's much more brave than I am. Is this the putt I miss? Yep, this is it. Thanks. Yep, I'm a turn putter, and I know I counted off 7 clicks. It was a right 8, but I felt like my clicks were a little bigger than normal. I felt like it was a full 8 clicks. And no, it was 7 clicks. One more click and I make that putt. All right, now here's a shortcut. Look at that little flat area right there over the trees. I didn't see it. So I go a long way, and because I'm fearful of those limbs and the leaves, I did not try to short corner that fairway. And this thing kind of runs for a minute. And I left myself too long. I couldn't get to the green. But look at this shot that Jesus has. Heck, he 7-wood jav, and he just lets that roll on down. So he will definitely get a stroke here if I don't make this chip. And that was a bad swipe. Pushed it a little bit right. Ended up right. So Jesus is going to get a stroke here. Yep. So there was a really good shortcut you just saw. I don't know if that's always going to be there. Again, this is expert mode. I would guess it's not always going to be there. But it was that time. Now this par 3, that thing, if you miss this green, if you try to do a javelin, or if you hit this thing long, that is, I remember this one. It is downhill all the way to a creek. It is straight downhill. Can't even get the orbit to stop. A little uphill putt. Good. And I'm sure Jesus will have an easy one here. It's good as well. All right, last hole. This is the finishing hole. And with a sniper, it's really hard to make this thing too difficult. You just plant it right on the green. That is a left 8. Now, if you want to get really risky and try a grabber, land it up high and let that grabber come back towards the hole. It's eventually maybe going to stop if you start it up high enough on that hill. But if you land it anywhere near that pin, it's just going to roll off. There's no chance. And there might not be a chance anyway, even with a well-struck grabber. Do I get points here? Yes, I do. I couldn't remember if I did or not. But I did. And that's the match. So that is the 18th hole of Woodland Farms. Pretty course. Very excited that we have a new course again. Very excited. Can't wait to get better at it. Hope you guys find some shortcuts. Let me know what you find. And we'll try to get some of these greens a little easier. But that is a win for Jesus on the back. But don't forget, Schrump won the front. Let's just say I won by 1 or 2. But no, I do not want to play Jesus for money. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Adios.